Welcome back to WMBF Local Living. I'm Candace Howell. Well, if you're in the market for a car, you definitely want to check out our guest now. Demetrius Hubbard is a senior consultant at Haggle No More. And Demetrius, tell us exactly what that means when you're buying a car. Haggling is an important term when it comes to buying a car. So what do you guys do?
Haggle No More is your personal car buying service. Our #1 goal is to assist the buyer in the car buying process, meaning while we sit them down in a consultation approach, talk about their needs, their wants, what their budget may be and what their payments, things such as that, to give them a comfortable feel so they can have more information and approaching the dealership so they're informed. Knowledge is power.
Yeah, knowledge is power. If you go into a dealership and you know what you want, you understand the product, you understand your options from financing to the type of car, and if it's the right car for you, you're definitely in the driver's seat for getting the best deal.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, why did you guys decide to do this? This is such an important approach to business.
Well, being ex-car people, Haggle No More, all the consultants are ex-car people, been in the industry for 10 years plus. You understand that car buying is huge. It's the second largest investment that an individual will make outside of a home. With that said, you're seeing traditionally people have not received the best possible deal. With that need, Haggle No More feels need to address that need by educating a consumer the right way, more of a personable thing. Sit with them again, talk to them, explain the process, how the dealership works, what the ins and outs. So that's kind of where it's derived from, is that need in the industry to help consumers, because you're dealing with people's lives, you know, if you will.
Yeah, and you're going to take them through the process. You know, call Haggle No More before you're ready to buy the car. Tell them what you want. They're going to let you know, is this the best deal? Is this not the best deal? Maybe you're a little lofty. You need to come down a little bit, look at the finances, think about it. Because the biggest thing is everyone's like, I got to buy a car. Oh man, I got to go to the dealership. I got to go through this process. And most dealerships are great to work with, but it's even better. They want informed customers. So we have a lot of dealerships that come on the show that would absolutely love that they're talking with you first, so that you're making their job easier too. So, and you're giving the consumer the best deal. You guys are local, and you can even come to the home. Absolutely.
That's one great thing about it. We're a local-based company. We're able to come to the home and sit down at your table and talk about your needs, talk about your family needs. You're correct. Car dealers loves us. They see us come through the door with the customer. They're excited because they know that the individual.
You go with them.
Absolutely.
I love it.
We go with the consumer. So seeing the salesperson and the managers, they love seeing Haggle No More consultants come with them, because they know that it can be a short process, to the point process. The individual is informed. So you're receiving the best possible deal, but you're receiving the car of your dreams. So it's a great time to buy a car. We're here for you as a consumer to come on in and talk to us.
And so for them to contact you, what is the best way? What's the best method?
Please visit us on the web, www.hagglenomore.com, or call us toll free, 877-837-4676.
And we'll go back to that again, because what I want to make sure with Demetrius is that we're really talking about this process from beginning to end.
Yes.
The other thing too, a lot of times you get into the dealership and you're scared, and you kind of get maybe talked into a car that is either too small or not the right fit, and then you've bought this car, you've leased it for 60 months, 72, or you've bought it for that long, or however it is, and now you're stuck. So how do you guys help them make sure they get into the right car for their situation and in their life?
Great question. The first thing we do, we talk about what you can afford. Truly, what can you afford as far as a vehicle is concerned? Let's talk about your family needs. Let's talk about your future needs as far as scaling is concerned. So once we land you on a particular car, we're able to tell you cost, dealer cost on any make, model vehicle. So by giving you cost on the vehicle, now we can do the numbers sitting right there, giving you the true trade value for your car, sitting right there during the consultation. So with that said, now we know the numbers. The numbers now can tell us what your payment will projected to be as well. So now you're able to speak to your significant other, if you will, to say, honey, we actually can afford this. We actually can move forth in the process. So knowing the numbers, it takes away the anxiety, if you will. It allows you to walk with a wide open approach to the dealership. Now you're shopping for service, not price.
Exactly. And that brings up another point too. So you get through the process, you've chosen the car, you've got your financing set, and now you're rolling in to sign your paper, and the finance person says, what about warranty? How do you know what to buy? It seems like, oh, I better do this or else I'm going to be in trouble. But a lot of times, the warranty packages, there's so many different to choose from. How do you navigate that process?
Educating. We've been in the industry over 20 years. We know every product. We know different warranties, the different add-ons. We talk about your needs again. We're there before you go into that finance office. We're prepared. We know what you're going to take on. We know what you're not going to take on. So we're going in with a game plan. So therefore, it allows you not to be, if you will, swayed to the left, if you will. You're going in with a precise game plan. You got your budget. The numbers make sense. You're comfortable with the new or used vehicle that we're selecting for you, along with you. So therefore, you don't have to be deceptive. Yes.
You feel confident in your purchase, which is such a great thing. And what we were talking about before we went on the show is it should be fun to go buy a car.
Yes.
You know, you're getting a new vehicle, whether it's a used vehicle or an actual new vehicle with no miles on it. It's always fun to be able to do that, but sometimes it's not the option. But the process should be fun. And when you're educated, it definitely can be. So again, one more time, tell them how they can get in touch with you guys at Haggle No More.
www.hagglenomore.com. It's Haggle no more.com. Or call us 877-837-4676.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and happy holidays. And again, it's a great time to buy a car. End of the year sales, always really good. So get in touch with Haggle No More, and they can help you through the process from A to Z. Well, ready or not, the holidays are here, and if you're still looking for a delicious dish to prepare for your guests, stick around. Chef Brad from Croissants is live in the studio with one of his wonderful recipes as usual. And if you have a question for one of our guests, make sure you send us an email so we can get you the answer. The address is localliving@WMBFnews.com.